What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? All right. Another day, another dollar. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. Bitcoin just a hair below resistance at 110,581. We're sitting at 110,521. We are a little over 340 bucks below right now. Resistance. Can we get above and close above? We got as high as 111,308. Can we get above and close above on the daily, or will we reject all the way back down again to the 108,225 level? That's what we're paying attention to today, guys. Strap in, strap on. Let's go. We got some super chats. Big Kev saying, good afternoon. It's a good day to have a good day. Amen to that. And having a nice green day does help. Ramona says, smash the like button both here and on Crypto Blueprint. Also, happy Thursday, everyone. Please smash the like button here and on Crypto Future. Yes, smash it, whack it, crack it, guys. Do what you got to do. We got 120 people watching to start the stream. We have 37 likes. Not bad, guys, but we can hit 100. Let's smash up to 100. We got some good news to get into today. So let's dive on in. WF Capital. There's my guy. What's happening, man? Good to see you. H. Barbarina in the house. Strawberry Dragon. Happy Thursday, everyone. Danny says 12:50. What's up, fam? Let's go. Good afternoon. Green Tea in the house. William, what's happening? Green Tea. We got Squirtle hanging and banging, baby. EZ says, yo, yo, yo. What's good, fam? Let's see what kind of Trump bomb we got today. Yes, guys, at this point in the cycle, if you haven't realized that all of these small term pumps and dumps, the small stuff, if you haven't realized that it doesn't matter yet, you got to step back. Just look at what Trump's doing. Okay, what, last week, 2 weeks ago, week and a half, whatever, he dumps on the market. The next day he comes out and reverses what he said the day before, market pumps. Then the other day before yesterday, what does he do? We get up to 114K, he dumps on the market. Here we are today, another pump. Trump has another announcement. probably going to pump the market, right? Stop focusing on the daily, like the small little price movements, and pay attention to the macro situation, right? You're going to drive yourself insane worrying about the price action day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute. It's a big picture scenario, and you will win if you do things right. KK, what's going on, man? Congratulations to Sana Takachai. Oh, nice. Kids, at least Trump's announcement isn't at the close of Friday. Barron might not have the upper hand. Yes. Ray, what's happening, man? Wow, 68% of the votes say this is their first bull cycle. I'm included in that. Thank you, Rob, for your guidance. Yeah, let's check out the poll. 64% of you guys are saying this is, 65% are saying this is your first cycle, right? I have a video coming out later today, guys, about one of the biggest mistakes that new people in crypto are making right now that's going to get them wrecked. That's coming out at 4 o'clock today. It's a very important video you're going to want to watch. John, blessings, my friend. It's super fantastic. Alex, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Ray in the house. Everyone hodl. The best is yet to come. Absolutely. It's not financial advice. I'm only here to entertain and educate you. Kizza says, can Congress vote on giving Trump a Nokia through 3210 so he can't use it? No kidding, eh? Well, if it's not him, it's Elon Musk or someone else, right? So, Funky, what's up, buddy? Anyone else? Coinbase wallet down? I have some stuff on it. It shows everything, but not the value. I don't use Coinbase wallet, so I couldn't tell you, Funky. Maybe somebody else is having the same issue. Beebs, my dude, supporting on both channels. I appreciate you, brother. Goham, what's up, man? Gawken? What's up, man? Sorry, I probably butchered that name. I apologize, but I love that you're here, man. Over the top, what's going on, man? Congrats on 15K subs. Yes, guys, we got through the 15K sub barrier. We got to work our way close to the 20K sub barrier now. So if you are watching and you are not subscribed, join the family, guys. We got free newsletters. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Ditto, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Jared, looking forward to green days ahead. Never lose sight of the goalpost. Crypto fam, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Rise above. Ready for another great day. What's happening, man? Yes, CZ got pardoned. We will be talking about that later. James, love seeing the green. Absolutely. My guy Andy says just in, USCN Treasury Secretary Besant to meet with Chinese Vice Premier. He's lifing tomorrow to discuss the trade. Nice. There we go. See, got some good news going on. Wendy, what's happening over there on your side of the world? 4:30 in the morning there, 40 degrees Celsius. Woof. Wow. Welcome to summer in the spring. Let's go. You know what? If you get rid of all the animals that want to eat me there, I will definitely visit Australia. Ty, what's happening, man? Japanese new leader. Okay. Thank you, KK. You hide your balance, bro. It's a setting. What? Oh, you're not talking to me. You're talking to Funky for Coinbase. Okay. So I was like, what are you talking about? Over the top. We don't need a squawk box. We have Andy. There you go. Exactly. He's like, we got a Hulk. We got an Andy. Richie Rich, keep the Blueprint channel alive. Absolutely, brother. Got to keep it pumping. Hoover, little behind, but thank you so much. Bissett will meet with him tomorrow. Yes, Andy dropped that on us. Scott box, the Scottish box. I love it. All right, guys, we're caught up in the chat. Let's dive into the news. This is what we're watching for on Bitcoin. Can we close above 110,580? That's what we're watching for on Bitcoin. Speaking of which, let's go, baby. Christian says, what is the enter for the Ethereum swing? If you want our swing trade updates, you got to be on the swing trade tier, and all of those updates are over there. We don't give our swing trades on YouTube. If you want to join our trading group, the link is in the pinned comments or it's in the description. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs rebound strongly before renewed outflows. After a consistent run on outflows from both Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, the US spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs saw a sharp rebound on Tuesday. The two leading digital assets attracted a combined inflow of around $619 million, signaling renewed investor confidence. However, the momentum faded by Wednesday when both Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs again recorded outflows. Bitcoin's ETF leads the Treasury recovery. Bitcoin's ETF dominated Tuesday's rebound, registering a total inflow of $477.2 million. The increase showed a strong return of investor appetite for digital asset funds after days of decline. According to Farside, BlackRock's iShare Bitcoin Trust, or the IBIT, accounted for nearly half of the inflows, adding $210.9 million. This reinforced its position as a major force in the spot Bitcoin ETF. Does it come as a surprise to anybody that BlackRock's spot ETFs lead the charge? Probably not, right? Ethereum joins the rally with strong inflows. Ethereum's ETF also participated in the Tuesday's upturn. The total inflow reached $141.7 million, led by Fidelity's FETH, which saw $59.1 million in new investments. BlackRock's ETHA followed with $42.5 million. Grayscale's ETH fund added $22.6 million, while the ETHE product gained $13.1 million. VanEck's ETHV contributed another $4.4 million, and to the day's total, signaling a broad-based inflow across most major issuers. The positive activity on Tuesday highlighted investors' willingness to re-enter the market, with both Bitcoin and Ethereum products benefiting from renewed demand. However, the optimism was short-lived as both Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs saw outflows the next day. On Wednesday, total withdrawals reached $120 million, with Bitcoin funds losing $101.29 million and Ethereum's ETF shedded $18.77 million. Among Bitcoin products, Grayscale's GBTC, Fidelity's FBTC, and ARK's 21 shares ARK-B each saw significant investor exits. Meanwhile, Bitwise's BitB recorded the smallest decline of the group at $10 million. Despite the overall negative trend, BlackRock's IBIT continued to draw investors, gaining $73.6 million, while Valkyrie's Brrr added $2.5 million. Figures from Soso Value indicated that total Bitcoin ETFs trading volume reached $6.58 billion. The cumulative net inflow for Bitcoin stood at $61.87 billion, while the total net assets of all spot Bitcoin ETFs amounted to $146.27 billion. This figure represents 6.81% of Bitcoin's total market cap. Ethereum's ETF moved in the same direction, ending the day with notable outflows. Fidelity's FETH recorded the largest withdrawal at $49.5 million, with Grayscale's ETH and ETHE products lost $46.6 million and $33.5 million, respectively. BlackRock's Athea fund, however, attracted $110.71 million in new investments, helping to offset some of the losses from other issuers. Overall, the Ethereum ETF trading reached $2.63 billion, with total managed assets valued at $25.81 billion, representing about 5.66% of the cryptocurrency's market cap. Despite the fluctuations in the ETF flows, Both major cryptocurrencies posted modest gains. Bitcoin rose just 2% in the past 24 hours, trading around 110,000. It's actually 110,525 right now. While Ethereum climbed about 2%, reaching approximately 3,890. These small increases offered some relief for traders amid a generally stable market. However, broader crypto market sentiment remained cautious. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index sits at 27, indicating a prevailing sense of fear. This cautious mood is reflecting in continued ETF outflows, even as prices inch higher, with many traders hesitant to make strong commitments to amid uncertainty over the market's short-term direction. So far, market trends indicate that while investor interest in spot crypto ETFs remains active, sentiment continues to fluctuate. Tuesday's strong rebound showed that capital can return quickly when confidence rises, but Wednesday's pullback highlights that caution still guides much of the trading activity. Volks, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Ramona says, I definitely subscribe to Scott Box, although it sounds a bit like a Kleenex. Absolutely. Over the top. There you go, Andy. Set up a cam. Let's go. Kizza says, hopefully all people queuing up to buy gold will be. Oh, absolutely they will. Absolutely they will. They'll be lined up around the block to buy crypto as well. You watch. You watch. All right, what else do we have? Bitcoin price to 140K as whales add longs below 110. Bitcoin's price action has been choppy lately. Nonetheless, more recently, its moves have been range bound. While Bitcoin's price slipped over the prior day before stabilizing near the range, at the time of writing, Bitcoin USD was around 109,000. It's 110.5, pretty close. In recent Bitcoin news, large holders rebuilt long exposure below $110,000. Analysts say that the sustained break above 140 would confirm a larger uptrend. You don't say. You don't say. Large wallets added exposure while Bitcoin's price today consolidated under the round number level. On-chain flows showed one address moved about $10 million in stablecoins and opened a 6x long worth roughly 134 Bitcoin, about 14 million in directional exposure. That's a big long. Somebody opened up a $10 million long on Bitcoin here. Another prominent trader also changed their stance. One well-tracked account on X said, an insider whale closed part of a short. The activity reduced immediate selling pressure and freed margin. Taken together, these moves suggest a shift towards controlled accumulation. Additionally, in Bitcoin news, data published by Glassnode on X flagged the uptick in large ticket long entries below $110,000. So a big buy wall piling up just below $110,000. This supported the view that whales were actively positioning at current levels. Derivatives positioning leaning slightly long on major venues. That tilt often reflects growing confidence in the near-term path. It did not guarantee upside by itself. It did show that participants accepted risk at current prices. Whales, defined as funds or traders with large balances, often shape short-term directions. Their orders could absorb offers and firm up bids. They also tend to scale entries, reducing slippage, blah, blah, blah. Whales, let's go look at the liquidation levels to see what they're telling us, though, right? So, yeah, this could be a problem. This could be a problem. Have a look at all these longs that are piling in. If Bitcoin decides to crash down to 104,800 again, We're looking at $2.73 billion in longs that will be liquidated on the daily time frame. So we could see a bit of a move down, because what we're seeing today possibly is a move to the upside that liquidated a little bit of the shorts. I mean, look at these. Yeah, 103,000 is going to liquidate 6.06 billion in longs. However, a move to 120,000 is going to liquidate about 11 billion in shorts. So very interesting. On the bigger time scales, like bigger time frames, the shorts drastically outnumber the longs. However, on the daily time frame, the longs are starting to stack up. So that could be a problem, right? In the near term. AZ Marine in the house. Topsy says, Kita, let's go. Big Kev says, let's go. LFG and Pico both up 3% today. I love it, man. I love it. Mr. Wright says 104K, really a crash for Bitcoin? It's such a small percentage drop. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't really, I mean, I guess the word crash is a matter of perspective, right? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. What do we got? 191 people watching. We have 70 likes. Let's smash those likes, guys. 30 more is going to get us up to that 100 like level. Let's get it. All right, let's continue on with the news. What else do we have? So glad hockey's back. Hey, you and me both. You and me both, Mr. Wright. Ethereum triple bottom pattern signals possible 4K breakout soon. Yesterday's price action indicates that Ethereum may be forming a bullish reversal pattern after a recent dip, sparking speculation that the cryptocurrency might rebound towards $4,000 in the coming weeks. As Bitcoin and other major assets experience fluctuations, Ethereum's technical signals and shifting on-chain holdings suggest strengthening investor confidence among major whales, potentially setting the stage for a sustained recovery. Ethereum's native token ETH has been trading in a technical pattern resembling a bullish turnaround. After falling approximately 6.5% so far in October, market analysts are closely watching for signs of a trend reversal, especially given the pattern's implications for a potential rally. On Thursday, Ethereum's 4-hour chart reveals a classic triple bottom, a pattern that develops when the price tests the same support level roughly 3 times without breaking lower. This support zone hovers around $3,750 to $3,800, where consistent buying has prevented further declines. Each attempt to push lower has weakened sellers, indicating a potential shift in momentum towards buyers. And by the way, I will add, guys, over on the ZBEC chart on the daily time frame, we have a triple bottom playing out there on the higher time frames as well. Very bullish for ZBEC. The critical resistance levels lie just above, I already read that, sorry. As trading volume has tapered off during this formation, a subsequent surge in buying activity would serve as confirmation of a bullish pattern. Notably, trader Cameron, we're just going to call him Cameron, recent analysis highlights $4,800 to $5,000 area as a main resistance zone, which could pose a challenge if price momentum accelerates. On-chain data from Glassnode reveals a significant redistribution of Ethereum supply during a recent downturn. Large wallets, those holding between 10,000 to 100,000 Ethereum, have been quietly accumulating over the past few weeks, now holding close to 28 million Ethereum in total. This trend signals substantial interest from institutional-sized investors or mega whales. Very bullish for Ethereum. During the same period, mid-size holders with 1,000 to 10,000 Ethereum experienced notable declines, especially amid the recent price corrections. This suggests either that these holders sold into the dip or increased their positions, transferring coins into larger whale categories. This reshuffling highlights a pattern where major investors are quietly accumulating Ethereum, potentially signaling confidence in Ethereum's long-term prospects. and the foundation for future price appreciation in the evolving crypto markets. Very, very bullish. So whales are accumulating, medium-sized wallets are graduating from being medium-sized wallets to whale wallets on Ethereum. Very, very bullish. Let's tune into Squawk Box and see what's going on. Mr. Right. John says, Mr. Right, right. Yes, Mario. Daddy is here. 50 push-ups. It's a me, Mario. Angelo, let's go. We know we're down, but sooner than later, our portfolio will shoot up 20x. Let's go. Dale, have there been any insights of these house hippos lately? We're going to have a look into the house hippos. It's actually funny. My wife found a house hippo t-shirt at the hospital, so she bought it in the gift shop. So now she walks around with a house hippo t-shirt on. It's hilarious. She was going to buy me one so I could wear it on the show here, but they didn't have my size because I am a very large man. Crypto J505, 50 push-ups inbound. Let's go. All right, so what do we have? Full interview with House Speaker Mike Johnson. The government shutdown continues.
It's day 23 now of the government shutdown, and joining us, House Speaker Mike Johnson. Mr. Speaker, welcome. It's good to have you on.
Good to be with you as always, Joe.
No King's Day is come and gone. Some people thought that Leader Schumer was waiting for that, to look strong for his left flank, and then something was likely to break. Are there any signs of that? In we don't see it reported, but we've been told a couple times that senators are constantly talking to each other. Senators are talking to you. Senators, House people are talking to each other and to you. What can you tell us?
Well, I'm one that really believed that after the Hate America rally on Saturday, that's what we called it, because it was funded by George Soros and co-sponsored by the Communist Party of the USA and many other nefarious groups. But we really thought that after that display, that Chuck Schumer would come to his senses. Remember, he's been in Congress for 44 years, and every year until now, he has said, and he even said this year, as recently as March, that shutting the government down would cause great pain to the American people, and it could never be done, should never be done. Well, he changed his tune because he's trying to appeal to that radical leftist base in the party because he's terrified. Because the last time he did the right thing, when he voted for this identical CR back in March, he took a lot of heat. He's unwilling to do that again because he's afraid he's going to receive a challenge from one of the Marxist leftists in New York, or maybe AOC. So that's really the sum total of it. Yesterday, Joe, we're losing heart a little bit because yesterday the second-ranked Democrat in the House, Whip Clark, Catherine Clark, was on an interview that you probably saw a clip of because it's gone around the world, and she said the quiet part out loud. She said, "We know that families are going to suffer because of this shutdown, but," she said, "this is one of the few leverage times we have." She admitted that they have chosen to shut the government down to use the people as leverage, and real people are being harmed because of it.
Well, they believe that this Obamacare subsidy, or at least what would happen if the subsidies weren't renewed, I guess, in her view, what's happening, the lesser of two evils. No one wants the government to be shut down. She thinks it's that important for health care. And you've heard all the, whenever we have a Democrat on, Mr. Speaker, they spend most of the time with anecdotes about people with cancer and what's going to happen and people that are going to die and all these things. I had just an overall question for you, and then we'll get back to the government shutdown. There's a piece in the Journal today on how quickly health care insurance is rising. Up 7%. 2 years ago, 7% 1 year ago, 6% this year. So it costs $27,000 now for a family plan. So my question is it Obamacare premiums are going up because they're causing it, or because they're just responding to overall health care inflation, which we haven't been able to control?
Well, these are very important questions, but before I answer that, let me say this. When they say they're using the shutdown as leverage, what is it they're trying to obtain out of that? What's the point? It's not the healthcare subsidy extension. That's a red herring. That's their talking point, distraction that they've globbed onto. They actually put on paper, Joe, what they want. They want $1.5 trillion new dollars of wasteful spending. They want to prop up leftist news organizations with the Corporation for Public Broadcasting with $500 million. They want to send billions of dollars back overseas to social programs in foreign countries. We're not doing that. And importantly, they want to extend those Obamacare subsidies permanently without any reforms. Oh, by the way, restoring health care to illegal aliens again, that's $200 billion of their demand. That's what they're leveraging. They're using the American people as pawns in this game to leverage to get all of that, and we can't and we will not do it. On the subsidy, it's a very important point. The cost of health care has skyrocketed since Obamacare was created in 2010. It did exactly the opposite of what they promised us. The Democrats did that entirely on their own with no Republicans because we knew that it was a boondoggle. We knew it was created and that the system was designed so that it would implode upon itself. Remember, the main architects of Obamacare wanted single payer. They wanted the government to be in charge of all health care. So they designed this system, and it's doing exactly what we all knew that it would ultimately do. The subsidy is a COVID-era subsidy. The Democrats created it themselves. They put the expiration date on it at the end of this calendar year. And why did they do that? Because they knew they could not reasonably argue or get the votes for a permanent subsidy like this. When the government subsidizes something, it means it's not working. And what we're doing here is subsidizing insurance companies. So we need massive reform before that could be extended.
Right. I think everybody saw New York Congressman Lawler confront Leader Jeffries with a one-year extension. And now I understand that 13 House GOP lawmakers, led by Jeff Van Drew, Jen Kiggins, did send you a letter saying we should do a one-year extension. I guess that's what they're proposing.
Well, they did, but in the letter they acknowledge what I just said, that it needs real reform because
is that a way this ends? Is that a way this ends, Mr. Speaker, or that's not what happens, do you think?
Well, no, look, Joe, it's a very important point. We were always planning. We always knew that October and November would be the time to figure that out and build consensus around the reforms and get everybody together. But it's ironic that the Democrats have shut the government down and prevented that from happening. That is the whole point. We need the lights back on. We need government reopened. We need troops paid, TSA agents, Border Patrol agents, and air traffic controllers, and Veterans Health Services, and nutrition services to young women and the elderly. We need all that going while Congress is here doing its work. But Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are playing politics, again, because they need political cover for themselves. It is selfish and it is dangerous.
Speaker Johnson, Ro Khanna was here earlier, the Democratic congressman from California, and he asked us to ask you if you would open the Congress so that you could have votes. He said he would support paying the troops, paying those critical workers for the government. He would vote for those bills along those lines. He asked if you'd do that.
Well, Ro's my friend. I have great respect for him, but he did vote against those very things on September 19th. That's what the CR was. The continuing resolution was to keep all of those people paid, and every Democrat in the House voted against that. They voted to close the government down and stop those services. Now, if we were here today and we had another vote on the floor, it would not change that outcome because the Senate Democrats just batted that down last week. They voted down pay for troops and the defense appropriations bill. They're going to do it again, I think, today, because Leader Thune is going to put on the floor a bill to pay essential workers, all those categories of folks that I just named that are, putting on a uniform every day and protecting the country and protecting our borders and making sure the skies are safe. And the Democrats have already told us they're going to vote against that. So it would be a pointless exercise in the House, and that is why I keep emphasizing the House has done its job. We voted to fund the government. We voted to do all these things 33 days ago. And that bill has been sitting on Chuck Schumer's desk. They will not pass it over there, again, because he promised the radical left that he would show a fight against Trump, no matter the pain that it causes on the American people. And now the Democrat leaders in the House are admitting that that's exactly what they are doing.
Mr. Speaker, Ro Khanna also mentioned the situation with the Arizona House member that has not been sworn in. And I guess there's a lawsuit that's been filed by the AG out there. It gives or Congressman Khanna an opportunity to say that would be the vote that would allow the Epstein files to have to be released. And he said that's why you're not calling back Congress to swear her in?
Okay, this is so absurd, and I've answered it so many times, but I'll do it again.
Sorry.
Rep. Grijalva-elect is no. Thanks for asking it, Joe, because they keep using this as some sort of distraction. It's totally pointless. Okay, Rep. Grijalva was elected after the House went out of session, so we are delighted to administer the oath to her as soon as we get back to regular session here, the legislative session. That's the whole point. By the way, I'm following the Pelosi precedent. She was Speaker here a long time. She did this many times. Julia Letlow, my friend from Louisiana, was elected in similar circumstances to replace her late husband who passed away from COVID. Nancy Pelosi took 25 days to administer the oath to her. We had Pat Ryan and Joe Simpolinski, Democrats, who were elected during an August recess. Nancy Pelosi took 21 days to administer the oath to them because she had to wait until we came back to legislative session. Same exact scenario. Rep. Grijalva can work. Rep-elect Grijalva can work for her constituents right now, constituent services, answering the phone. She has computers and 16 employees, and there's no excuse for it, okay? With the Epstein files are being released. 43,000 pages now. There was another batch of documents dumped on Friday of last week, which included Epstein's personal ledgers, his financial ledgers, his daily calendar, his flight logs, all the things that people have been saying they wanted. It's all coming out. Why? Because the House Oversight Committee has been working through this period, even when we're not on the House floor, to go through and dig through the Epstein estate files and all the rest and get them out. So these are all distractions from the main point. They have shut the government down for political purposes, and we got to get it reopened.
Speaker, we spoke to your predecessor, Kevin McCarthy, earlier this week, and he made an interesting point, though, about what you're describing, which is that it is politics. And I'm not suggesting it isn't when you even look at what Nancy Pelosi did. And we could just, if we wanted together, we could say this is a disgrace and condemn the fact that politics are taking place here and that there is a precedent. But I think rather than look to that, the question is, it doesn't have to be this way. This is a choice that's being made. And I think that is the issue here. And so this idea that it can't be done in some other way. And I'd raise it because the other issue is, what would happen if you actually took those votes and hard votes and won those votes? Wouldn't that be the better path?
Well, I'm not sure what you're referring to because we did that. I mean, look, the CR that we sent over is a totally clean, nonpartisan document. It's 24 pages in length. It literally is the bare minimum language just to keep everything at status quo. And I will point out to you, status quo is Biden-era policies and spending. We don't even like it. Republicans are trying to change that. But our appropriators were working through the process, trying to rebuild that muscle memory to get the regular order back to appropriating so we can be better stewards of taxpayer dollars. And in a bipartisan fashion, R's and D's were working on that. They just ran out of time because the end of the fiscal year was September 30th. So they decided, think of this, the Republican and Democrat appropriators got together and said, give us 7 more weeks. Give us till November 21st, and let's just do it clean. And the Democrats asked us, please don't put any partisan priorities on that measure. So we didn't. We did it in good faith. This is the first time in American history that any party has had the audacity to shut the government down over a clean, nonpartisan CR. I cannot emphasize that enough. That's what's different about now than all the times in the past. Both parties fighting over party priorities. We didn't do that this time. I have nothing to negotiate. I have nothing I can offer them because I can't pull any of my Republican priorities off the CR and make it more palatable because we didn't add them in the first place. This was a good faith effort to allow more time for the appropriators to finish their job, plain and simple. And that's what makes this so remarkable and so especially painful for people.
There's also been reports, Mr. Speaker, that Leader Schumer would like to have almost a backroom negotiation. Maybe it would involve President Trump. Maybe it would involve a Majority Leader Thune. Maybe you as well. To just get a couple of things out, not the whole 1.5 trillion, all the things that you outlined, but maybe just the Obamacare enhanced subsidies. Can you confirm that has been something that Senator Schumer? Yeah.
Yeah, I can confirm it. He said it publicly, breathlessly. He's complained that 4 leaders won't go in a back room, smoke-filled room, and make a deal. That's not how this works. I don't operate that way. When I became Speaker, I vowed to my colleagues that we would return to regular order. I would decentralize the Speaker's office, and it would not be a top-down, hoisted upon the membership kind of program anymore. This is a member-driven, consensus-driven operation. That's how the founders intended it to work. They did not want 4 people to go in a back room and make a deal. By the way, I couldn't do that on something as complicated as extension of Obamacare COVID subsidies, because we have to find the consensus. There's 100 different ideas on how to improve that, and we needed the time in October and November to work through that with all the members. I refuse to go in a back room with Chuck Schumer and make a deal. I don't operate that way. It's not good for the people. It's not good for financial stewardship, and it's part of the reason we're $37 trillion in debt as a nation, because you have 2 or 3 or 4 people in a back room doing that. We're not operating that way. That's Chuck Schumer's old way. We need this to work for the people again, and that's what I'm insistent upon. And I'll keep telling them that publicly and privately.
Boom. We're going to watch the rest of that clip tonight at 6 p.m. in the live stream, because it's long, right? So we will continue it later tonight. We got other news that we have to get into. Rob's got life is like a box of chocolates. That's all I have to say about that. Wonder if Canada's any less dysfunctional. Oh, it's not Canada versus US at all. It's just as bad in Canada as it is in the US, guys. It's not better here. It's Western culture, it's Western leadership as a whole. That's the problem, right? Politicians in the West, whether it's Canada or the US, are more concerned with their own pockets than they are about actual policy and the people underneath them, right? Big C says there just doesn't seem like there's any transparency between both parties. There's not. There's absolutely not, right? Paul says alt season always comes by surprise. Yes, exactly, right? If anyone could put a date stamp on altcoin season, that person would be a multi-billionaire, right? So yeah, just a little food for thought there. And of course, we got to get into this piece here. News of the day. Donald Trump pardons Binance founder CZ. President Trump has officially pardoned CZ, the founder and former CEO of Binance, in a move that instantly reignited global debate over crypto regulations and political influence in the financial system. The decision, confirmed by White House press secretary, marks a dramatic turn for one of the most prominent figures in the digital finance. CZ had served a 4-month prison sentence in 2024 after pleading guilty to failing to maintain an effective anti-money laundering program at Binance, a charge that also led the company to pay a $4.3 billion penalty in a settlement with the U.S. In a written statement, the White House described CZ's prosecution under the Biden administration as part of the broader war on cryptocurrency and innovation. He emphasized that President Trump viewed the case as excessive and politically motivated, adding that the pardon was meant to restore fairness and recognize the importance of responsible digital innovation in the American economy. The statement framed the pardon as both symbolic and strategic, positioning the Trump administration as a defender of crypto entrepreneurs and blockchain innovation at a time when the industry continues to face regulatory uncertainty. CZ, a billionaire entrepreneur and one of the most influential figures in the crypto ecosystem, built Binance into the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange before stepping down in 2023. His guilty plea had marked a major moment in the U.S. government's crackdown on offshore crypto operations, cementing Binance's role in global AML reform efforts. Though CZ has kept a low profile since completing his sentence, insiders say he has maintained close ties with the company's leadership and several digital asset ventures. The pardon effectively clears his criminal record, allowing him to resume work in the crypto sector without legal restrictions, a move that could reshape industry leadership once again. So look for an announcement probably soon to see CZ back at the head of Binance. Would not surprise me in the least. Let's go back over to the Bitcoin chart. Big C, there doesn't seem to be just a bunch of kids pointing fingers at people underneath. Yes, exactly. Dems putting illegals first. Yes, Ron gave a like. We'll listen later. LFG, thank you, Ron, for that. Strawberry Dragon says in Taiwan, the politicians fight it out by throwing their shoes at each other. Didn't somebody throw a shoe at Bush? Was it Bush? I want to say Bush. Someone threw a shoe at him, didn't they, or a slipper or something like that? That was something else. So Bitcoin 110,300 right now. We have to close a daily candle above 110,580. That is what we are going to be watching for, my friends. So we are all caught up in the chat. We are all caught up in the super chats. We are all caught up in the news. I got some one-on-one coaching calls to take care of over on the Patreon, guys. So get over there, book your coaching calls today, or join our group coaching calls. We will be live tonight, special exclusive Patreon live stream with Rule Black and Maximus Crypto at 8 p.m. Central. I will be live here again on YouTube tonight at 6 p.m. Central, so make sure you're here for that. That's in about 3 hours and 45 minutes. And yeah, guys, jump over. Oh yeah, let's go check out. I want to show you guys something here, right? I want to show you something real quick. Check this out, guys. Un momento, por favor. Check this out. Our new website is up and running, guys. You can get our free newsletter, the latest newsletter right here. If you can see my cursor here. Yeah, there we go. You can get our newsletter here, our memberships for our Patreon. You can check out LFG and Pico over here. All of our insights, our training courses are free to all of our Patreon members, all of our video content. But it gets better, guys. You can track the Crypto Future Presents Tokyo Truth Journey to Jasmy. Rob, which is me, meets Harasan in Japan, uncovering the truth behind Jasmy's mission. So you can track that. I am going to Jasmy Labs at the end of November. I will be interviewing Hara. I am making a mini-series documentary of my trip to Jasmy Labs. So you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can check all of that out. And also introducing our newest show, Blockchain Buzz, guys. Every week I bring together 3 top voices from the crypto space for an unfiltered roundtable on everything shaping the blockchain world, from Bitcoin and DeFi trends to altcoin moves, market manipulation, and the future of Web3. Tune into Blockchain Buzz every single Saturday, 6 p.m. Central. You're not going to want to miss that, guys. This last episode, you can watch the episode right here or watch it on our YouTube channel. This last Saturday, we had the Crypto Otaku, my buddy there. We had Rule Black and, of course, the one and only, the ever controversial Believes Crypto. And we had a phenomenal discussion. So check out the latest there, guys. The link is in the description down below for our website. You can also check out so much more insights, memberships, and some of our testimonials, success stories, and so much more, guys. Check out our website today. Again, the link is down below. Join our trading group. The link is down below as well, or you can use the QR code in the top right-hand corner of your screen for that. I will be dropping another trade video over there today. We've opened up 3 new trades in the last 2 days. You're not going to want to miss it, guys. We've been absolutely crushing it. So check all of that out and more, guys. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.